the barbershop? It is the barbershop. I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That's all.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards. It's a grand slam. He shoots downtown for 3. Next up to bat.
All right, on today's show, we have the #1 person that I can even bring on the show. I mean, if it wasn't for this guy, there would be no show. I'm talking about the one, the only, Big Baris himself, Snoz Media. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this week, this interview is with Snoz Media himself, and you're going to hear some stuff about how he's, trying to do his thing. You're going to hear some random conversation about whatever, and then you're also going to hear about everybody's topic, everybody's favorite section of the show, and it's completely random. It's top 5. So stay tuned, and let's get it. Who is it that we have here today?
It's your boy Baris, aka Baris Snoz.
Baris Snoz.
Owner and president and founder of Snoz Media Group Incorporated. Got on my shirt.
Nice. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cover up your shirt real quick.
No, that's okay.
But I got to be a little safe.
It's alright.
Got that COVID stuff and everything going on. And on top of that, it's the right thing to do.
Of course.
So, Baris, this Snoz Media, with it being your own, do you have a title that you give yourself, or?
Yeah. When I'm not the president, I'm also media production manager. And as a media production manager, I got a lot of responsibilities, and I think that best defines what I do, because I produce the media, I help the production of it, from finding the talent, from finding people to interview, to doing the video, the audio, like I am today, like I've been doing for you, like I've been doing for a couple other clients. So, I just wanted to do everything that I want to do, and I think that's the best title for me.
Okay.
Other than,
How is that somebody even gets into something like this?
It's just, how you want to go over your life. If you want to, be creative, if you want to be working, if you want to do whatever you want to do, sports, anything. And if, video production and creating video and doing audio and producing media is, something that you like and you want to do, you can kind of just start going into it like I did. I quit my job in June just because I said, fuck it, and just wanted to start my own company and do my own thing and work for myself, make my own hours, make my own schedule, everything like that, and just, you don't need to have, you want to have some experience and you want to learn, but all that experience, everything comes from online. Everything I've learned pretty much is all online. YouTube videos I've learned from just doing in person. I've done a lot of live streaming, a lot of other stuff for work, my old job.
So what you're telling me is kind of just not really much schooling involved in this?
Well, you can definitely go to school for it, and there's a lot of universities and other programs and other things, and but I think just working and just doing it on your own and just watching YouTube videos, and that's the best way to learn, the best way to do, just by doing.
How vast is the media production world, actually?
There's a lot involved with it. There's so many jobs and so many opportunities, and there's so many behind the scenes that people don't really think about and don't figure out how it works or how it's done until it needs to be done. So I kind of just ran with the ball and just figured out what I needed to do, how I wanted to do it, and just learned from watching videos and asking people and just kind of just going for it. I've always had a knack and an eye for video and photos, and I've liked photography, and I do other videos and I do social media. That's always been my thing. So that's why I gravitate towards social media. I like media, I like entertainment, I like sports, I like all that stuff.
Hey, how, in the past 10 years, how have you seen, your field grow?
Well, so I guess 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, I was sophomore in high school. So then I was just trying to see where the things were going. I don't know. YouTube was getting big. I used to have a YouTube channel, but I was like nervous and shy to post on it. Because I used to be a different person. Like in high school, I was a very like, I guess, introverted, and you know, I had friends and stuff, but I don't know, I used to keep to myself and do my own thing, and I felt I never wanted to like put myself out there as much as I should have, and I feel like if I did, maybe I'd be way further ahead right now, because I always had a interest in live streaming, playing video games, like producing YouTube videos, like funny stuff and all that stuff. So if I put more of an effort into it earlier, I could have been where I am now, but I kind of just figured it out.
Alright. Well, completely off topic. Dude, your hair looks dope. Rip. I'm gonna switch it up.
Yeah, I wanted to grow it out. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up and
You know, that's why every time I come in this chair, I literally just say, just fuck me up. Just do what you gotta do, Ray. I trust it. Every time I come out looking good.
Dude, oh man. Oh dude, let's just beat the Yankees.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Walk off, right?
Yeah, walk off.
Polar Bear Pete.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're going anywhere, but
Yo, I mean,
everybody. Nice little consolation. You know.
I don't know. Everybody's got a shot this year, though.
Yeah.
I mean, wild cards and opportunities. People can get hurt. A whole team can get sick. If a whole team gets sick, you know, and they're out for 3 weeks, like, and they lose those games, this year there's going to be a very uneven amount of games played between teams, and they're going to just go off the final like average record, I think, or percentages, I think. Yeah. So I think everybody's got a shot. The Mets, if Jake gets hot and he's crushing it, 3-game series. You know, I could see us winning a couple.
Yeah, no, that's true. But back on topic. Let's not lose everybody here.
Let's go Mets, though.
But yes, definitely let's go Mets. And thank you, baby Jesus, for Steve Cohen.
Oh my God.
Goodbye to Will Ponce. But like I said, back on topic.
Seaver statue coming soon. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, rest in peace. What is, like, if you could round up your exact thought on what is Snoz Media, if somebody was, you know, just looking for a definition of what is it, like, how would you describe that?
I guess in essence, if I was to be simple, I would say we're a media production company, produces podcasts, videos, entertaining stuff, sports, live media, whatever you want us to produce. I can figure out a way to produce it, podcasts, whatever you want. And on top of that, I am also building a network, so a media network where it's going to be Snoz Media Network, and it's going to have a bunch of different people, a bunch of different creatives like you're already on it. I'm just going to build it up slowly and build it up with quality content, people that want to see it, and people actually are interested in, and eventually kind of grow that into like building news and other stuff and entertainment, and just bring the facts to the people, and also, you know, bringing both sides. Like, I have a lot of friends that are Republicans, Democrats, you know, people in the middle, people who are anarchists, you know. I know all walks of people, so I want everybody to tell their side and tell their story. You know, I think everybody deserves a fair shot, and that's also what I want to give. I want to give everybody an opportunity, and because I felt like I didn't always have the opportunity, and I always had to fight for it. Like in college, I never got accepted to do a good internship, or I didn't get into a job right away. It took me a couple months, and then I got this job, and I was like, I took it right away because I just wanted to get one. And I felt like if I had more opportunities, like I'm going to be providing to people, other people are going to be interested and find a career and something they actually want to do and enjoy. That's not the simple one, but it's a little longer, but that's pretty much everything.
That's pretty much, you know, what it is.
That's like my passion, you know?
So what's your aspirations as a company, you know?
I guess just to grow and to get bigger and, you know, just provide people entertainment and also provide content creators an avenue to make money and a platform too. You know, eventually, you know, that's the goal, and, you know, people should be transparent about it, and, you know, people want to make money and people want to just afford life, and they also want to do it in a way that's good, fun, and easy for them too. And if you're able to provide people entertainment and do something that you enjoy at the same time and also make money off of that, I think that's a win-win for everybody. Like, you know, and why pay fucking $150 a month for cable, all this stuff you're forced to watch versus paying X amount for just internet, and then now you're open to a whole world of things. You can go to YouTube, you can see whatever you want to see. Like, you know, you curate what you want to curate, and, you know, I'm not going to be forcing things down people's throats, but, You know, if they want to watch it, they can watch it. If they want to watch something else, you know, I'm gonna have a lot of different content. I'm gonna have a lot of different stuff on there.
Okay, so you're not putting yourself as just like one type of
Nope.
media. So where do you see something like this in like 10 years? Like where do you see your company, but more or less where do you see your industry in the next 10 years?
I think the industry is already transitioning towards live streaming and podcasting and like I guess I don't know the word to say. I guess self-curated programming where the content creators have more power over everything and they're able to do what they want and how they want and they can make money in different avenues and through different platforms like Twitch, like the Patreon. You can make money on everything now. At Facebook, you can do streaming. People tip you and stuff. And you know, if you provide entertainment and you provide value to people, they're gonna pay to keep seeing that, and because they want to help you out.
Oh, like the fans only pages.
Exactly, they only fans. Seriously, I think that's like for sex workers and people like that, and people who have other talents and stuff. I think that's a great venue and great avenue for them.
As soon as you said sex workers, I just dropped the damn.
Well, sometimes things are like unsafe and they don't, you know, not how things are going.
No.
But like through that, you know, they have a legit platform. It's a little more secure. They're able to make legit money. You know, they're not doing anything illegal.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't think there's anything wrong. You know, there's so much porn and stuff out there, and if people want to pay for it and you know support the ones they want to support, go for it.
No.
But you know what?
100%.
I'm gonna say this though. Bella Thorne really messed things up for a lot of people. She's like a former Disney star.
Yeah.
And she recently went on OnlyFans, but kind of just, I would say essentially scam people. And just saying like, oh, she's gonna provide all these nudes, and I get it, like whatever. It's a weird topic to talk about, but. Like she said she was going to provide something and everybody paid for it and she promised people and then you just get pretty much whatever's on her Instagram and you're paying X amount of money and she made millions of dollars and now because of her taking advantage of that and pretty much scamming people, they've put limits and stuff onto how much you can tip, onto how much you can make, and to when you can take your money out. Now it's affecting people who have been relying on this as a livelihood. Like think all the strip clubs are closed. Where are all those girls going? Like, you know, I'm not saying it's bad, but like, you know, if they want to make money and do what they want to do, that's a great way to make money.
No, listen, there's a lot of people that put themselves through college that way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not knocking anybody's way of living.
Nope.
If you're not doing nothing illegal,
Yeah.
you know, can't knock that.
Exactly.
Do you see something like this? Do you see your idea maybe being imitated or copied? Or?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm not the first person to do what I'm doing. I think the media network thing is similar to what other people do too. You know, like other podcast networks and other media networks, and you know, it's kind of similar to what like NBC does and all these other. Like, I'm kind of imitating their model, but taking it to the 21st century. Instead of doing a streaming platform, I take advantage of the streaming platforms. You know, I'm doing it a different way. You know, but I think that's where the industry's going, kind of towards where. It's
a lot of the media is going to be set to like a channel, and then you're going to be able to pull podcasts,
a la carte.
streaming.
Yeah, a la carte. You know, you go,
Okay.
you pick what you want. You know, you curate what you want to see, and you get it how you want to get it. You know, if you want to just listen to stuff, you can just listen to stuff. If you want to just watch stuff, you can just watch stuff. If you want to watch stuff ad free, you pay extra money. You know, that's how things work. And then, you know, advertising is a huge part of it, and it's like a win-win for everybody because then you advertise and then say the demographic is people want to buy, and that company gets helped out by them sponsoring on you, and then you get helped out by making money, and then you know you're also helping out your people who like you and like maybe providing them something of value.
Yeah, that's that's something that attracted me when we started first talking about this. You know,
I think it's been a year at least.
Yeah.
Since we talked about it.
And it's funny how all of a sudden you say, yeah, so I quit my job and when are we gonna do this? What? I wasn't ready. You were like, yeah, let's go. I was like, all right, let's go. You know, sometimes you gotta.
Oh, I don't have equipment. I got it.
I don't have equipment. I have the equipment. Okay, then let's go.
Yeah.
You know, but it's amazing the opportunity that Snoz Media provides. Like a lot of people don't know yet because, you know, just like you say, you're just starting out. A lot of people are, you know, just finding out about you out on Twitter, you know, on Instagram, and, you know, you got to grow your business And this is an opportunity for those who are listening and or watching, you know, hey, you have an idea, you want to do something, hit up Baris.
Yeah.
Or hey, chase your dreams.
Do it on your own. You don't have to. If you want to just do it, do it.
Do whatever you need. A lot of people, you know, just sometimes need to hear that story from, you know, someone else.
Well, they get scared of failure. They get scared of just not. Yeah, that's the thing. I've lost that, like, the fear of failing. I feel like I lost that a while ago. You know, because I failed so many times and I've made so many mistakes in my life and regrets and everything else like that. But eventually, I just said, you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. And if it doesn't work out this way, I'm gonna find another way to work it out. You know.
And then not only that, it's like, hey, you know, not for nothing, I'm a person that I learn by fucking it up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
How many haircuts have you fucked up?
Woo!
Let's be honest.
No, dude, listen, you're not gonna become a good barber if you don't fuck up a haircut.
Even the
This
past
is
couple
impossible.
Even the past year or
Dude,
two, you
there
probably
is
forgot to
no-
line somebody up a little bit, or you know, one or two things. It
Nah.
happens. Nah.
That
You
doesn't
mastered
happen.
your craft.
No, I don't play around with that. No, you're not leaving here incomplete. Nah, sorry, can't do that. But, you know, when you first start out as a barber, you know, you're making mistakes left and right.
Yeah.
You don't become a good barber unless you mess up some hair because of the fact that you have to learn to make the mistake. You have to learn to get out of the mistake. And it's the same thing with, you know, what you're doing. You know, you said, hey, I'm already working doing this, and why not just do it for myself?
Yep.
You know, that's, you know, I applaud you for that. Especially in times like these, you know, we're talking about 2020,
People losing
where
jobs.
if you imagine something bad is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's like that movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Every time they think of a food, all of a sudden it starts dropping down. It's the same freaking thing.
Yeah, but it shows you if you bring negativity into things, negativity comes.
No, it's true. I mean,
If you bring positivity and you're trying to be a positive person and do good things all the time, eventually good things are gonna come, positive things are gonna come, and you know you just gotta keep on pushing.
hey, listen. Some of the largest companies have come out of horrible times.
Yep.
So
Lord.
exactly. These are things that, you know, people don't think about. People always think about the good times and how good they can be now because, oh, they're making money now and they're able to make moves now. No, that's not how life works. And that's the thing that people need to understand. When it comes to success, it's how much you put into it, and it's not when you want. The opportunity is there. When it happens, you got to go after it.
Yeah.
One of the best segments, and completely random. Top 5.
Ooh. My top.
Top 5. Why?
All right.
Who and why?
All right. So my top 5. I guess I'll start with number 5. So, just trying to think. I have my list ready. If I had to do my top 5, number 5 would be Kid Cudi.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little out of the park one, but you know, in high school and stuff, I started listening to his music, and it really like resonated with me, like his attitude, the way he like everything. And it was one of the first concerts I went to. I saw his 421 concert at Roseland Ballroom. I missed the 421. This is before I ever smoked or touched the devil's lettuce.
He said the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. You know, never touched it before that. I was an innocent soul in high school.
So you're telling me Wiz Khalifa put you on?
Not Kid Cudi.
Oh, Kid Cudi.
Well, I was
sorry.
in there, and literally the whole place was filled with smoke. I think I got a contact high from just being in the Roseland Ballroom. But like, I think that and just like his attitude and his music videos and all that stuff was always just like good vibes and good energy. And he's just like, you know, you can just do it if you want to do it. Like, you know, The Pursuit of Happiness, like all that stuff, soundtrack to my life, like all his songs, like they resonated with me. You know, that's like maybe to be a more creative person, I feel like. And I also named my cat after him, Cuddy.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so then number 4, that's going to be the Sports Pope, Mike Francesa.
The sports folk.
Dude, Francesa has put me through a lot of tough times. Dude, driving after work, rush hour, just driving around, just like not knowing what to do, just
Listening to his
Princess
rants.
Oh my god, the best. Like, you're just seeing his blow-ups and all this stuff. And
You alright, idiot?
nobody was better than him. Like, doing interviews, I thought he was, like, sports-wise, I think he's one of the best interviewers in the world. Like, he could talk about his knowledge of the game, his knowledge of everything, his knowledge of the person that he's talking to, his knowledge of history, his knowledge of politics. Like, you know, even if we didn't agree on the same thing, I could still listen to him and just hear him talk, and he'd be a reasonable person and everything like that. And
Wow, reasonable person. You know, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to hear this podcast and they're not going to agree with you. Listen, I grew up on Mike Francesa as well. You know, when Mike and the Mad Dog were at their height.
I missed that.
I started listening to The Fan as a kid in '92.
I think I started in '06. That's when Boomer and Carton first started.
Yeah,
I
grew up with
in the mornings.
I grew up with Imus in the morning.
Yeah, so I had them in the morning, and they had the TV too. So I was watching them on TV, and that was fun. And I used to love watching Francesa on Fox. I think that's what really helped them get big too.
Yeah.
Like the simulcast.
Yeah.
That's why I love about what I'm doing. It's like inspires me. I'm like, I could do video and audio and do podcasts, and like we're doing multi-format and just getting it out there and getting it how the people want, you know. And I think he saw that and he knew that too. So that's number 4. So number 3, I'm gonna go Howard Stern. You know, another media giant, another New York media giant. You know,
I see you keep picking people that are like very polarizing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he's one of the funniest people. Like, so the first time I ever did a spit take where I spit water out of my mouth just because I laughed so hard, I was driving on the LIE and I heard him say some funny stuff because this is when I first had Sirius with my car. I'm like, some of the funniest thing I ever heard. I don't know what it was, but I literally just spit up all over my window. I was like, yo, this is so funny. I'm like, that's when I was like, yeah, this guy's killing it. And I would go back and listen to his stuff, and then his movie Private Parts.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It really
it's a great when you really watch it for
the story,
for the story,
not for the acting, not for anything like that. It's essentially a biopic featuring himself. Like, it's incredible. Like, seeing all the stuff and seeing all the characters and seeing what he had to go through behind the scenes that you might not have known of, his battles with the SEC and battles with everybody and internally, you know, and how polarizing a figure he was, like, but people love him, you know, and because because he was a straight shooter and a great interviewer.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, we would stay up late and watch him on television. Oh man, let me tell you. He was the man. He really was the man. And the stuff that you saw, you were like, I can't believe he's getting away with this.
Dude, I watched the Beetlejuice videos. He's my favorite.
Oh, God.
Dude, you ever watch Beetlejuice speak Spanish?
Listen, Beetlejuice, that's a scary looking dude.
Dude, I love Beetlejuice. He also inspired me to box. Yeah. Alright, so that's 3, right?
That's, yeah.
So number 2. This is my number 1 and number 2 were tough, but number 2 is Joe Rogan.
Okay.
I know it's all white men, and I get it. Actually, Kid Cudi's black, but you know, just men.
No,
but you know, it's just who inspires me and who I listen to and who resonates with me.
It's a listen, it's your personal. It doesn't matter who. It's never gonna be wrong. It is who it is.
Yep. You know,
if it's Captain Crunch and Tony the Tiger.
Hey,
so be it.
You might be surprised by number 1. But I was gonna say Joe Rogan, you know, obvious. It's like his podcast, his everything. I used to watch them all the time, the long form, everything. I thought he was just so funny. Like, I think everything, the way he did it, his interviews, the way he did his show, the kind of characters he had on, the kind of people, like from comedy to interesting to aliens to everything. You know, just politics, and you know, he covered all the bases and. He was just a good interview, and I feel like when I listen to him, I feel like he's asking the questions I want to ask, you know?
Yeah, I always like listening to his stuff.
It's always good.
It's always interesting. Funny. It's always coming from, always coming from a perspective, of just like you said, somebody that wants to ask the tough question.
No, yeah, exactly. He's always just ready to do what he needs to do, and that's why he got the contract from Spotify. Definitely over 100 million, might be over 300. Then he moved to Texas for the taxes and everything else apparently. California does look like it's going to shit though. So is New York City a little bit.
Yeah, all this politics is bullshit.
But I think in general, people are making moves from big cities and big time life because the way everything's set up now. You could have everything Amazon. You could live in Montana and have an amazing life, like Kanye does. Like Kanye lives in Montana, but Kanye West.
Listen,
He lives in Montana, but you think
Kanye,
you think he's living an average lifestyle there?
Kanye's a weird.
Kanye almost made my list. It was between Kanye and
Whoa!
Kanye. Yeah, Kanye was on the outside of the list.
Kanye.
Dude, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Kanye in the beginning of his career was obviously
Got shot in the mouth.
arguably, a GOAT.
Dude, Through the Wire, one of the best tracks of all time.
But as a fan, I personally, I don't, he's good. He's not one of my greats. He's not one of my top 5.
Really?
Yeah, no. I wonder when I'm gonna do my top 5.
On what?
Who knows?
We'll see everything. On life.
Hold on, let's get this mustache out of the way. So that way we can,
We'll cut this out.
yeah.
Alright. You ready for number 1?
Jesus. Oh.
Ooh, number 1.
Alright, who's
Let me
number
turn the
1?
clippers off for this.
Alright.
The king of media right now. Nobody's killing it more than him. His company is blowing up. They're in everything. They're in sports gambling now. They're in everything. Barstool, Dave Portnoy.
Oh.
You can't go wrong with him. He's killing it. Podcasting game. Every other week is one of his podcasts. Your top 5, top 10, easily every time.
Yeah, Barstool's into everything, and they're into some randomness with these food tasting.
From sports, from everything. Yeah, he does his pizza review every day. He does everything, and just he does what the people want to get. It's just like he's relatable. He's like the average person, I guess he was, and he just really, I think nobody's doing a better job at everything than him right now. Like the way he's on all those different media channels, the way he's a polarizing figure too. A lot of people don't like him either. And
Why? Why do you think people don't like him?
Oh, because he butts heads and people didn't respect them. Like, I think Deadspin or other news organizations, they didn't never respect Barstool, and HBO Sports tried to do a hit piece on him and take him down, but they couldn't take him down, and they were just trying to make a mockery of him. But because he has a blog, because it's a blog. But I think it's more than a blog, and I think that's where things are going. As long as people are truthful and accurate, and they just provide entertainment at the end of the day, and and they're more popular than a lot of other people, and people get upset at that, and they get bothered by that, I guess. A couple people from my high school are working there. This guy, Jack Kennedy. He's a year older than me. He's got his own podcast with them. He's killing it. I forgot. Was it Lights, Camera, School, I think? And another kid from high school, Kevin Rafferty, he's doing really well too. He's with them. He's with Barstool, and looks like he's doing good. So, maybe one day I'll work with him or do some work with him. That's a goal of mine, to do something with Barstool. Snoz Media with Barstool.
There you go.
Dude, they're getting into the sports gambling. They're about to kill it. Penn stock, calling it right now. I'm putting it on the podcast. Penn stock's going to be over 100 by the end of the year. Once the Barstool betting app comes out and the sports books, it's going to be over.
You heard it here first.
Penn, P-E-N-N, on the stock market. You can get it on Robinhood. I use Robinhood to buy stocks and stuff. I don't know a lot of people will use and buy stocks. But it's such an easy platform to use. And my Peloton stocks are killing it. My Penn, AMD, technology. You gotta be smart with your investments, and sometimes take a risk.
Oh, it's true. It's a game, but in order to win the game, you gotta have some skin in it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are scared of how volatile the market can get, and they're scared they get scared because they hear the political stuff going on, and they see numbers getting thrown at them, and they don't understand what it is that they're actually looking at.
Yep.
And one of the best ways to scare a person is to just flash stuff at them, and flash noises and colors and all this other stuff, and all of a sudden what happens? You incite fear in a person.
Yep.
So that's why there's a lot of people that don't invest, because they're scared, and they're also uneducated. That's another thing. When it comes to investing and, you know, making that move from a person that has money to a person that has money make money, you have to understand that, you know, you gotta put your money in if you want to win.
Yep.
But that's how you also, that's how you grow. It's the education. That's what separates the difference.
Yeah, I've never stopped educating myself. Like,
You
I
have to
learn more.
educate your money.
I'm
You have to
trying
educate yourself
to
on
do
money.
more and more every single day.
You educate yourself on money, and that's the difference between, you know, a successful life. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people think you just, oh, you go out there and make money. No, you have to learn how to make money. You have to learn how to
Manage money.
You have to learn how to save money, and then you have to learn how to make money move. Once you learn how to do those things, then you can, you know, consider yourself, you know, educated with money.
Yep.
But unfortunately, a lot of us are not. Well, sir, we are just about done here.
Round 12.
We are just about done. Speaking of round 12, let's talk about the boxing stuff that you
Oh, Fight for Charity?
yeah.
Yeah, so I did Fight for Charity this year. Last year, I'm sorry, 2019. This year's been a shit show. It was supposed to be again this year, and I wasn't going to fight, but I was going to help people train, help people fundraise, and run social media, and I do the marketing and branding for them.
Okay.
And I'm actually the youngest person ever to be on the board there. So at like age 25.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so it was fun. It was exciting. Yeah, it's cool people to work with and network with, and a lot of like powerful and smart people, and people who fundraise and do good things for the community. Not only like make money, you know, they make money for the community. They do a lot of great things. The money that I raised over 11,000, and that money went to Long Island Community Chest, which is a program that helps people who are in tough times, or you know, going through stuff like now, or like anytime, like say somebody gets cancer, somebody gets sick, somebody dies or whatever. You know, you're a single mom or a single dad and trying to take care of 3 kids, and you know, you don't have money to afford rent, bills, electricity. They'll come in, they'll cut you guys a check, and they'll cut it to like the PSEG, whoever. Like, hey, here's money that's gonna pay for your electric, and make sure you still have gas, and maybe the water's still on, and all that stuff. And here's all this stuff. Like the story that resonated with me, that really made me want to fight and do Fight for Charity, because I wasn't gonna do it at first. I was just gonna help out and, you know, just be on the board and just do the thing. And I was like, I heard a story. They were like, this guy was in a wheelchair, and it was all raggedy, like it was all put together with like bungee cords, like, you know, he totally grew out of the wheelchair, like he shouldn't have been using it anymore. And he was trying to get on a bus to go to school, and the school bus wouldn't let him on, like the handicapped school bus, because he said the wheelchair wasn't safe. So they wouldn't let him on, let him go to school. So now he can't travel, he can't go anywhere. Doesn't have a wheelchair that works, so it's like, what the hell? So then Fight for Charity in Long Island Community Chest, they stepped in and they said, hey, you know, not only did they buy him a new wheelchair, they also bought him his own van, where now his mom, they can transport him wherever they need to. You know, and like they don't need to worry about public transportation and all that other stuff just because he's handicapped. Yeah, so that when I heard that story, I literally teared up, like in the conference room that we were in. I'm like, this is insane. Like, if people are going through that, and like I can put myself through 3 minutes in the ring or 5 minutes in the ring just to raise that much money. And all my friends and family had a great time seeing me do it too. And you know, it was a great experience, and you know, I definitely got punched in the face a lot of times training and, you know, getting ready, and I had my fun, and I think everybody else had fun, and it was a good team bonding experience. You know, I felt like I helped run the team a lot, and was there like supporting people and making sure people were on top of things. So it was just a great, all around great experience, and I do it all over again. Like, you know, just knowing that I'm helping out people.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's what, like, you know, drove me to do what I'm doing now. Like, you know, I want to help people. I want to provide people content, provide people entertainment, provide people, you know, jobs, provide people opportunities, and that's what I want to do.
So with all the crap going on, there's still good people out here.
Yep.
So could you tell the people, the good people that are out there, how is it that if they're interested in following, if they're interested in maybe they want to do something like this, or they want to, you know, figure out how they can get involved with you, how is it that people could get in contact with you?
Yeah, so if you want to get started, you can go to my Instagram or my Twitter or Facebook. It's at Snoz Media on pretty much everything. We're at Baris Snoz, BARRYSNOZ. You can just reach out to me. I'll have the link in the bio for this YouTube video, for Spotify, for everything. So you'll find it, and I'm Snoz Media. And then you can contact me for whatever. You want to do a podcast, you want to do a commercial, you want to do media production, you want to do a music video, you want to do anything, contact me. We'll see if we can do it. We can work it out and get things going. Oh, that shirt sliding off, which is good. Product placement for Snoz Media Group Incorporated. So
kind of like you timed it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, you sir, how I like to say,
innovative podcasts like this. Who's ever seen a podcast where it's in a barbershop, getting a haircut?
Seriously, getting a haircut.
I had to spend money on equipment. We finally got the audio worked out. I think this podcast, this audio is going to be better than the last two. We're figuring out the top 5. We finally figured out what the top 5 is a little bit.
Top 5 is just random. It's just
it's what
top
it is.
5.
Yeah,
Listen, it could be whatever it is. Who is your top 5? Everybody's top 5 is going to be different. My top 5 is definitely not going to be the same as yours or the same as anybody else. So when I just asked that top 5, it could be, whoever.
Yep.
So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're wrapping up the show. Who's in the Barber Studio with Ray? And we're here with Baris from Snoz Media. Peace.
Thanks, Brett.
Thank you.
It is the barbershop. We can't talk street in the barbershop. Then where can we talk street? We can't talk street nowhere else. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That's all.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards. It's a grand slam. He shoots downtown for 3.